What's up, guys? It's another installment of MondayVation Talks, and we're so excited. We have with us tonight Dr. Carrie Rose. Hello, Dr. Carrie.
Hey, lady. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. So we made ourselves a cup of hot tea. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to another episode. Yeah, so Miss Carrie, let's get right into it. Tell us, who are you? You know, when I Google your name, I hear motivational speaker, innovative. Tell us, who is Dr. Carrie Rose?
Sure. I don't know if I'd go as far as motivational speaker, but I hear that one too.
Okay. Girl, just rock with it. Embrace it.
Right. I think so. I am a speaker. I'm an author. I'm a trainer. But most of my intention goes into teaching entrepreneurs how to create online courses in order to create a bigger impact with their audience, create additional revenue streams for their business, and really, make sure that they also attach into the science of learning, which a lot of online course creators don't get to, and that's why the course creation industry is a $107 billion industry with a 3% completion rate. Wow. So my focus and research right now is to change that.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like a niche market. Like
very niche,
yeah. I'm pretty sure you definitely have a stronghold on this market, which is good as far as marketing yourself. So tell us a little bit about, how did you get into it? What kind of sparked your passion and enthusiasm for your field?
Sure. Well, I had a somewhat traumatic incident as a child. When I was 4, I blacked out for a window. And when I came to, I had something called selective mutism, which I didn't really understand, of course, until much older. I just know I didn't talk, and I'm also dyslexic, so I didn't learn how to read like everyone else did. I entered 5th grade still not knowing how to read. I had one teacher that took me from not speaking, not reading to the highest standardized test score that school had seen in 1 year's time. So went on, worked for public education for 10 years, taking in any child with any kind of difficulty. My classroom was pretty much Ellis Island. I'm like, give them to me and I will turn them around to you. And really honed in a passion and awareness for learning strategies. And so like what really flips the switch for someone's brain, like Mrs. Taylor had done for me.
Wow.
So I took that, I went and got my doctorate in educational leadership, wrote my dissertation on professional development, and then met 3 guys in a world of beer that introduced me to the world of online marketing and into online courses. And it was a really fascinating industry to me. But what I found when I started taking those courses is they were really missing the mark when it came to learning. And I was like, again, here's an opportunity not to change a small classroom full of lives, but to change thousands and thousands of lives, millions if, you hit with the right industry leader. And I've worked with some amazing people like Jay Baer of Convince and Convert. He's the 2nd most retweeted by chief marketing officers as one of my clients. So, when you look at attaching to other people's audiences, that impact that you can have and the ripple effect that's created, it's just, it's unbelievable. So anyway, so that's why I ended up down the path that I'm on now. So.
Wow, what a story. What a
thanks.
story. And so what kind of words would you share, whether there's young adults who are sort of grappling with some of the challenges that you faced growing up in the educational system, or parents who find that their children may not be getting the resources or the support that they need? What kind of tips or insight could you provide?
Sure. I think the best focus there would probably be toward the parents. And really to say to properly advocate for their child. And when I say properly, I have a parent-teacher conference tomorrow. So I can say I understand you want to go in guns a-blazing if anybody says anything about your baby.
Right. Oh yes, Mama Bear comes out.
Exactly. But really to take the time to talk with them, to have them show you the data, to have them show you exactly how they're helping the child. And if they can't show you the numbers and they can't answer, how are you helping my child? Then there's an actual problem.
Wow. And then it's time to go search out and seek new resources and support.
Further at that point, yes.
Wow, what a story.
Thank you.
Dr. Carrie, I want to touch on a little bit of your entrepreneurship side.
Sure.
You talked about helping other entrepreneurs create their base and create multiple streams of income. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about what I like to refer to as the side hustle, having multiple hands in the fire, having multiple streams of income, and how to sort of develop that as an aspiring entrepreneur or a rising entrepreneur.
I didn't go the side hustle route, so I don't know what that's like.
So you jumped all the way in.
Yeah, I went to an event called Unleash the Power Within. It's a Tony Robbins event, and he tells a story about burning the boat. So I can't remember the exact story, but there were 2 opposing armies, villages, whatever. Mm-hmm. One was on an island. these people decided to take the boat over to their island, and in order to make sure that they took the island, they burned their boats. So, meaning basically when your back is up against the wall, you'll do things that most people can't do. So they knew that once they got to that island, they had no opportunity other than win.
Survive. Yeah,
exactly. So when I went all in, I went all in. There wasn't a question about like, oh, I still have this thing over here. Like as long as it's a side hustle, it's a hobby.
Wow.
You know?
That's so good. That's so good. All in or nothing.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good. I'm taking that with me, Dr.
I don't know if
you
it's the
no
wisest
idea.
choice, but yeah, it definitely puts if you want some motivation.
Right. When it's your passion, all in or nothing.
Right.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, and I also knew exactly what I wanted to do, you know? Like I think that's a really important part of it, isn't it?
Finding your calling and then pursuing it full
exactly.
on. So, Dr. Carrie, just in kind of wrapping up, give us one nugget of advice. You know, you have definitely a success story, self-made, a woman. I mean, you're out here just doing your thing, and you're definitely an inspiration to others.
Thanks.
Give us a little bit of insight, just one tidbit of motivation that we can all take with us.
Sure. I think. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember exactly who said this, but there's a quote out there by somebody that says, you know, you're not a tree, move. You know, if you're not happy with what you're doing, you know, we were talking earlier, like, you know, some people, this happens on Monday and they're not really happy with their Mondays. And it's like, gosh, you know what? I love my Mondays. I haven't not loved a Monday in a really long time. You know, I'll joke around about the salt mines, but I don't mean it. You know, and I love what I do. And if I end up working at 12 o'clock, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't bother me because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It is my passion. It is who I am. It's what I'm meant to do. And if you're not in a position where you can look yourself in the mirror every day and say that, or if you wake up on a Monday and go, I don't want to be doing this. I'm not saying everybody needs to jump into entrepreneurship. It's not for everybody. Right. But there are other jobs out there.
Right.
There's other ways to do it. Find something that really sets your soul on fire and makes you happy.
Wow, that's so good. You're not a tree. Move.
No, move. Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dr. Carrie Rose, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Guys, you're not a tree. Move. Thank you so much, Dr. Carrie. One last cheers.
All right.